slides. That's the Sonoma County one that I just kind of talked, somewhere north of here, just talked about. These slides are really all about community choice energy, which I'm going to be on a panel later today talking more about community choice aggregation, community choice energy. What I want to focus in on is the other piece, which is the underpinnings of that, the RESCO project that we're working on, which is to identify, to characterize the local resource. So we are very fortunate in Sonoma County to have access to every one of these cleaner technologies, and the climate action plan that was published in 2008. It's online at coolplan.org. It's a very deep, broad analysis of the resource. We're looking to get about 150 megawatts from wind. We're looking to get about 125 megawatts. There's additional capacity in at the geysers up in Sonoma Lake. What's going on with this? Oh, I guess you got to hold it down. In Sonoma and Lake counties, right on the border there is a geothermal resource, about 125 megawatts from that. 90 megawatts from pump storage, which we just heard all about 60 megawatts from cogen, 60 megawatts from concentrated solar power, and then battery storage, about 18 megawatts, and PV, 16 megawatts. The PV, some of this has already changed because just in the last couple of years we've seen the steep drop in PV cost. So what we are trying to do with RESCO is solve an equation, and the equation is, can we make the resource supply meet the energy demand? Peak demand, and we'll get to that, is about 600 megawatts in Sonoma County. Average is more like 300 megawatts on a given day. So we're here with the linear, monolithic central station. We want to be here with more dynamic, local, diverse grid system. Obviously not meeting the RPS. We see fossil prices going up, and we know that solar, wind, and other renewables are going down. So this is a picture of the complete vision, really, of how, by when we get to where we want to be, we could fulfill pretty much that entire 600 megawatts, about 70% of it, because you see there's still a natural gas component over here, but with the renewables in Sonoma County. And I want to point out that certainly energy efficiency is first and foremost in that, and so about 8% or close to 50 megawatts of efficiency along with that. So the RESCO project itself, which I'm going to get to now. So I've gone through some of this about laying the groundworks, and so now we're getting to the RESCO project, which is, I need to swing around here a little bit. It's a $1 million grant from the California Energy Commission, and through the PEER program, which is Public Interest Energy Research, which is ultimately funded through the PGC, the Public Goods Charge, on your PG&E bill. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that later. And it's to prepare Sonoma County to build its community-based system. I mean, I think that it's not really a secret that we're interested in community choice energy. The partners are the Climate Protection Campaign, Los Alamos National Lab, the Sonoma County Water Agency, which is a very progressive, advanced, environmentally, oh boy, I'm not going to get through nearly all of this. RCPA is the Regional Climate Protection Authority, which is, I think, the only county-level agency with the mission specifically to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, and Local Power, Inc. So the renewable portfolio in county is to try to bridge that gap between certainly business as usual, which is a top blue line, and our target, which is the red line on the bottom. I'm going to skip through that. So Sonoma County, we're using GIS tools. This is a map of Sonoma County, and so overlaying various features, in this case transmission lines, pipelines, The blue, looks like water down here, is actually wind resource. This is the geysers up here in northeast part of the county. And we are getting data, we've gotten load data from PG&E and using that data to correlate things like temperature, daily temperature with the load. So, and that top red one is residential and commercial. So I'm being given the N signal. So I'll just bounce through this. So it's just to say that RESCO is, what RESCO is really doing is drilling down into the information that we have on both sides, on the demand side and on the supply side, and saying, what do we have in the county? This is what we call the energy mood ring, where you've got a full year across, 365 days across the horizontal and each day across the top. So the red is the hottest, that's the middle of the summer. And then the cool is the nightly load. And just to give sense of where the resource is, where the demand is, we can overlay demand and resource. So the red is a hot spot of demand. So I'm supposed to stop, so I will. Oh, and just the last thing is the pilot project we've got going, which has things like my favorite chicken poop project, which is to use chicken waste and other ag waste. We're an agricultural county, so we have a lot of resource for biogas generation, in addition to everything else. So also working with Los Alamos, and I think I'll just quit there, and maybe I can get to some of the other things in Q&A.